The family sitcom dates back to the early days of television, where shows like I Love Lucy and Family Ties dominated any household with cable TV. Shows that subsequently followed evolved to reflect the changing dynamics of what family means, with the most recent sitcom presenting this change being Modern Family. The 2009 ABC sitcom introduced us to the extended and diverse family of Pritchett. The show addressed situations that many modern families encounter, such as sibling rivalry, the growing pains of adolescence, and the highs and lows of parenting. I, for one, grew up on the show, and just like many of you out there, I was curious to see how my favorite TV family looked like today. I would love to share my findings as they are both shocking and wholesome. But before I get right to that, kindly show support to this sentimental bloke by hitting that subscribe button. And like the video if you enjoy the show. Now, let's hop right back in. At 63 years old, Ed O'Neill landed the role of the no-nonsense patriarch, and at the show's pilot, we are introduced to him as a gruffy, recently remarried man to a much younger lady with a son of her own. Jay already had 2 grown kids with families of their own, but his relationship with his new stepson and wife would allow him to nurture his softer side, that would enable him to connect with his children and grandchildren on a much deeper level than before. Even his cold attitude towards his children's significant others would gradually fade away, and by the end of the show, Jay was a completely different man with enough love for everyone in his life. It's been 4 years since we've seen Pritchett, but Ed O'Neill hasn't been a stranger to our screens, as even at the age of 78, the man is still nailing roles left and right. Up next, we have Jay's second wife, Gloria. The stunning 37-year-old Sofia Vergara was cast to play Jay's much younger significant other after the end of his first marriage. Given the contrast between Jay and Gloria in both age and likeliness, she would start out as an outcast in the family, with everyone believing she had an ulterior motive for being with Jay. But as the show progressed, everyone, including the audience, fell in love with her for the same reasons Jay did. Her fiery nature and unfiltered passion for her loved ones brought a much-needed energy to both the family and the show. And also her love for Jay nurtured the softer side of the gruff, which ultimately brought the family closer. They proved everyone wrong by having a long, successful marriage and a child of their own, and by the show's end, their love was still as strong as when they first fell for each other. After bringing the character of Gloria to life in the best way possible, Sofia Vergara launched herself into even greater stardom, becoming a household name that remains widely recognized even at the age of 52. Up next, we have one of Jay's children from his first marriage, Claire. Julie Bowen, at 39, was cast as the adult daughter of Jay and a mother to 3 very different bundles of joy. Claire was a loving wife to one of, if not the best TV dad ever, and a strict mother. She often donned the moniker Supermom, which was more than appropriate given her ability to be actively involved in all 3 of her kids' life, while also discreetly dealing with the emotional turmoil that comes with being a mother. Her dynamics with her family, and especially her kids, created some of the best heartwarming comedy to ever come out of the program, and subsequently earned Bowen the highest acclaim in her line of work. Julie Bowen is now 54 years old, but is still regarded as one of the best TV moms 4 years after retiring the character of Claire. Opposites Attract isn't just a really cool Paula Abdul song. It's also a fact. And as for Claire, you couldn't get any more opposite from that than Phil. Phil was played by a 42-year-old Ty Burrell, and the casting couldn't hit the spot any harder. Ty embodied the character's physical and subtle comedy enveloped in the goofy, cool dad persona. He quickly became one of the show's most beloved characters and had families all over the world die laughing from the hilarious results that came out of his vast attempts to bond with his kids and in-laws. For his hard work on the role, Ty received numerous critical acclaims, and today, at 57, the actor is still unanimously associated with Phil. Next, we have Haley Dunphy, the firstborn to Claire and Phil. Haley was portrayed by a 19-year-old Sarah Hyland. She would start out as the stereotypical pretty but ditzy teenager, but her character would undergo significant growth throughout the series. From a self-absorbed high schooler to a loving mother, Haley's evolution reflects themes of maturity, self-discovery, and family bonds. Hyland behind the scenes, though, would pour blood, sweat, and tears into the role, as health issues would have the actress in and out of surgery throughout the show, and that, coupled with domestic issues, would have the actress in a fragile mental state. But today, at 34, the actress has had a successful health streak since 2017 and is happily married. Coming in next, we have the middle child of the Dunphy family, Alex. Alex Dunphy was played by an 11-year-old Ariel Winter when the show first aired. She was the highly intelligent, sarcastic middle child whose clash with her more socially oriented siblings served as a source of comedy for the show. Over the series, Alex underwent significant growth, evolving from an academically driven and socially awkward teenager into a more balanced and self-assured adult. Ariel would emulate Alex's growth into her real life, as today, at the age of 26, the actress is a confident adult, not afraid to address and confront the challenges she has faced throughout her life. And closing out the Dunphy family, we have the youngest, Luke. Nolan Gold was only 11 years old when he got the chance to portray Luke. He started as a quirky and naive child that would complement his dad's playful persona, but would grow into a surprisingly insightful and ambitious young man, all while maintaining his signature charm and goofiness. As we watch the carefree kid mature into a creative and confident man, we are reminded that intelligence and success can come in many forms. Nolan's character in real life, though, is more reminiscent to that of Alex's rather than his on-screen counterpart. Today, the actor is 26 years old. Next up, we have Gloria's son, Manny Delgado. After a long and excruciating casting process for the role, the casting directors finally struck gold when the 11-year-old Rico Rodriguez nailed his audition for Manny. He brought Manny's old soul in a young man persona to life, and as Gloria's son and Jay's stepson, Manny played a unique role in the Pritchett-Delgado household, providing humor, wisdom, and a touch of heartfelt earnestness throughout the series. Today, the actor doesn't have to act as an adult, because at the age of 26, Rodriguez has grown into his character. Now off to the Tucker-Pritchett household, with the first member being the flamboyant Cameron Tucker. At 38, Eric Stonestreet landed the chance to portray television's most flamboyant character ever since Dennis Rodman faded away from the spotlight. Cam Tucker is one of the show's most colorful and dynamic characters, the life partner to Mitchell Pritchett and adoptive father to a Vietnamese bundle of joy. Cam was warm, nurturing, and fiercely loyal to his family. He was highly emotional and often wore his heart on his sleeve, but his dramatic nature often contrasted to his husband's more reserved demeanor. Stonestreet, on the other hand, is far more different from his on-screen counterpart, as even at the age of 53, the actor admits people still get flabbergasted when they find out he is not that theatrical in real life. Up next, we have Mitchell Pritchett. Jesse Tyler Ferguson was 34 years old when he would start portraying the character of Mitchell. He was a witty, pragmatic, and sometimes tightly wound character whose journey centers around balancing family, work, and self-acceptance. As a lawyer and the son of the stoic Jay Pritchett, Mitchell's personality was shaped by his desire for approval and his natural inclination towards structure and order. His relationship with his husband Cam and their daughter, Lily, added depth and humor to his character, making him a crucial part of the show's heart throughout the 11 seasons. Today, Jesse is 45 years old. And finally, we have Lily Tucker-Pritchett. Lily Tucker-Pritchett was played by multiple actresses, but the most prominent one was Aubrey Anderson Emmons. Aubrey was only 4 years old when she bagged the role of the adopted daughter of Mitchell Pritchett and Cameron Tucker in Modern Family. Introduced as a baby in the pilot episode, Lily evolves into a sharp-witted, confident, and sometimes sassy young woman over the course of the series. Her growth reflects the changing dynamics of her family and her own exploration of identity, making her an essential part of the show's charm and humor. We've watched the actress grow over the course of the show, and now at the age of 17, Aubrey Anderson has grown into a stunning young adult with a plethora of opportunities lying ahead of her.